continue my training very, very soon, and just most of all, get on that starting line and race, even if it's not to get the time I want it to. It's just so much to process, everybody. So much to process. I mean, will I even be able to ever write down a run again in this training block? Or even for the rest of the year, which means I will not be able to race my peak race of the Gulf Coastal Marathon, as the days just keep on counting down. I mean, 24 days, 23 hours, 35 minutes. Left till the week of the race, which means there's 26 days out from the race. Like, it is very sad. Like, will I even ever be able to write down and run and train again for the rest of this training block, much less be able to race? It's just so many questions, so many mistakes I have made. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know what to do. It's just so hard on my mind. Like, I want to write down and run. I want to get back to training. It's just so hard to look at my running shoes and see, wow, look at all this time going by. It's now been 6 days without running, and I don't know what I have done. I don't know. It's so many questions, so much discussion to talk about. There might even have to be a part 3 to this video, because the videos might just be so long. It's just hard to think about. It's so hard.
I was waiting in the undertow, set adrift with featherweight like bows, unaware of where my heart would flow. I was waiting in the undertow, can't touch the bottom, sit into a tumble, waves that shake me out of my skin. Never been so easy, losing my direction.
just wrote down all the stats that have been going on for more than now 2 weeks. Just that inconsistency that's been going on. But I'm trying to follow these words if I can find them. But overall, I'm just trying to rehab my injury, try and recover up as much as I can, as my legs now feel way more stiff than when I was actually training. But overall, I'm just trying to stay positive and as faithful as possible in hopes that I can continue my training very, very soon, and just most of all, get on that starting line and race, even if it's not to get the time I want it to. And overall, it's just to be able to run that race, because that goes back to my D goal of when I created my goals for my marathon, when I said my A goal, B goal, C goal, and even my D goal. And it just goes back to that D goal. Just getting on that starting line, be able to start and later finish that race no matter the time given. So just trying to stay as positive as can be. And I just need to be patient, stay consistent, and live happy. I wasn't able to stay consistent throughout this training block as I failed through 14 weeks through, as I completed 13 full weeks of consistency and overall a lot of patience, but failed going into the 14th week, as we're now in the 16th week, so the past 2.5 weeks. Very, very inconsistent. And the following few days, hopefully that's all it's going to be, will remain the inconsistent. But I do not want to have that pressure of going into the race very injured and having that feeling like I have to race. So many questions, so much to talk about. But before we get into that serious talk and training, we're going to get the comment of the day and also the question of the day, which we'll start with the question of the day. What is some major setbacks that you had, rather that's in the sport of running or training, or just in general about anything? What is a setback that you had, either currently or in the past? And the comment of the day, going to spread some positivity throughout the air, is from Jacob Green, by far the most underrated channel. Y'all need more subs. I hope y'all can do this for a living, because I don't want to stop watching y'all. So motivational, so inspiring, so entertaining. Great storyline, great advice and information. Just all around a great channel that needs more subs. So very, very well spoken comment, as you want to tune into this a little bit.
Oh, sure.
do you know the comment of the day? Did you hear in the background?
Yes. Jacob
It's
Green.
just, I mean, it helps us keep on going, helps us continue these vlogs, always try to have a good storyline to keep y'all entertained as much as possible. It's all about the storyline that helps us keep on going and help to entertain y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Editing the vlogs to create the story, create my dream actually.
Or dream.
To put media out on YouTube, create an apparel line, create a merch line, maybe supplement, sell a cookbook, be fast on the roads. What I mean by that is run faster, learn how to run faster, deal with injuries, because remember, injuries, I'm going to pull something up on my Instagram that I said, because it's very...
Yeah, setbacks are here for a reason. They teach you a lot.
Read that with me.
You want the whole thing?
Yeah.
Your journey of running is not a sprint. An injury is not a setback. Remember that. It's a lesson to be learned. An injury is a good way to teach you a lesson. While you are injured, you struggle mentally and physically, but at the end of the day, you will be thankful of that injury. Why? Because it is part of your journey as a runner. 5 years from now, look down the road. So what is 1 month? Even a year off and running in a time span of 5 years is not long. So let me ask you, is it worth making an injury worse to where you won't be able to run from 5 years or even more? So yes, racing is not the biggest thing. If I cannot race, everything happens for a reason and will guide me to another path, to another journey. But let's get to talking about all the questions I'm having about this injury. So yes, this is not the training block I have wanted, and I have made so many mistakes over this training block. I can say, have I overtrained? Have I come to a point where my training block was just way too long and I couldn't keep up the consistency that I needed to, and I should have took some more downtime and lowered down my miles once I reached the peak volume. Instead of taking a down week, start lowering the miles, or go up for 2 more weeks and start lowering the miles. There were just so many questions I could have done, but you never know how that would have worked, because you just don't know the future. You can't plan the future. You can only live in the present, because you don't know what the future is going to hold. You only know what the past is, and you have learned from the past. You continue learning through the present. So I truly don't know how that would have all played out, and I just gotta say, everything truly happens for a reason. But what ties into this is one major question that I have asked myself. Was my training block too long? And would I have won at my race 2 weeks ago? Well, the answer to that is yes. I wish my race was 2 weeks ago, because I could have took that time off, because right now I'm taking that time off, and I can't enjoy that time off because I'm injured. I have so much on my mind of racing, because I have so much stress on my mind right now of panic mode. I have less than 4 weeks now to get on the road and race the 26.2 miles. Well, back in 2 weeks ago, I was continuing my training. I was very consecutive. I reached a 90-mile week, and I followed that with a 20-mile long run at a 6:45 minute per mile pace, and I had so much left in the tank, which could have got me a sub 3 hour marathon, or at least definitely a sub 3:10 marathon. So it is very depressing, because now developing a week later an injury. So if my race was then, I would have been taking that time off when it had developed an injury, and about a week and a half later to 2 weeks, I could have went into another training block chasing another goal. But that's not how my journey was supposed to end. It's not. It's a gift to be given and to be taught to me. So it is a process. It is a journey. And I can learn so many things, even if it's not the way I want it. You just gotta remember, everything happens for a reason. Even though everything happens for a reason, there are setbacks, and they happen for a reason. And even though I might be throwing my goals out the window, I will never stop chasing them. So with that being said, we're going to end the video here, and let me know if y'all want me to continue this series or just talk about anything like that. But I'll see y'all in the next one. Stay humble, work hard, and be kind. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.